I think I worried a lot about being the perfect therapist. And there is no such thing. You know, I worried about what if I'm not enough? What if they don't get better? What if I don't say all the right things? And what if I don't know what to do? And I think, you know, I've worked, what really helped me is, you know, I had that for, you know, I worked in, you know, just strictly substance use, and it was a residential, and that was a great experience. And then I worked, you know, in that next position. And then I worked in a community mental health center. And I will tell you what, community mental health will prepare you for anything. I mean, that was probably the most helpful. It was the hardest job I've ever done. And probably just because of the position I was in, I moved from a therapist there to being the clinical director, and that was just really stressful. But what I learned from there, I worked with very critically ill people. You know, I had never, before I went there, I had not dealt with people who had schizophrenia or schizoaffective disorder, who were chronically suicidal, you know, who were, I had not done, you know, I had not gone to the hospitals and tried to evaluate to decide whether somebody needed to be hospitalized or not, you know, done that part of the evaluation. I had dealt with people who were suicidal, but I hadn't ever had to be the one to determine, does somebody need to be hospitalized because they're delusional, or because they are psychotic, or because they are suicidal or homicidal. I hadn't dealt with anybody who was, you know, truly homicidal. I hadn't dealt with it with that level of illness. I had not dealt with somebody who was, I mean, completely delusional. I had not seen that level of illness. And so that, being in community mental health, prepared me. And I'm thankful that I had that, because now there's nothing really that shocks me.